Hi, disruptive ones. If you're new here, my name is Ari. I come in 3 flavors, real, raw, and ridiculous. Let's see what the planetary energies based on the Arcana of Astrology Oracle deck says is or isn't going on. Confirmed by a selfies pool. Ooh. First one out is Lilith. Whoa. All right, so we're talking about femme fatale. We're talking about somebody who's probably learning how to accept their dark and their light attributes, recognizing that you can't have one without the other, right? You can't have day without night. You can have, I was gonna say peanut butter without jelly, but that's not true, because you could have peanut butter with apples. You could have peanut butter with granola. I mean, there's a variety of different substitutes you could have, but it's the peanut butter, I think, that makes whatever it's combined with pop, right? So we're talking about somebody who's really starting to understand maybe some of their shadow attributes, right? Or the fact that, like, there's one part of them that is the light, but the way that they understand their light and or how their light affects others is through that shadow self, right? Because you can't, well, you can do a lot of things, but when you have the sun, you still have a shadow that is cast, right? And a lot of times when you deal with life in the early parts of it, feelings, emotions, etc., those usually dwell in the dark places. You know, before we believe that, oh my God, I'm great, I'm amazing, here are these wonderful qualities about me, we tend to believe all the negative, right? All the negative qualities about ourselves, stated, suggested, implied, etc. So I'm talking to somebody who's really just stepped into the power of understanding what it means to know how to be gentle with another because they've been there before, right? How to understand that, like, judgment doesn't necessarily help in the situation because they too have been judged, maybe correctly or incorrectly, it doesn't matter. Judgment had occurred nonetheless. So I like that Lilith is the first one out too, because I keep hearing femme fatale. It's almost like someone is also recognizing that when they stand in their power, while it may feel very masculine, it's very feminine to be able to have control over how you will execute your morals, compromise them, and or just stand firm on them, how you will display your values. I like it and I laugh a little bit because it's like it was always inside of you. But it's been interesting for you to just accept it, like, oh shit, like I like this flirtatious shit, I'm pretty good at it. I don't know you, I don't know your life, but it's a really empowering feeling. It's almost like for the first time in a long time, you've actually recognized when people say you're intimidating, what that actually means. I like that for you. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Okay, so cleaning it up. I think 2 things are happening because I went on to explain a lot of, well, not explain per se, but I went on to identify, like, you can have peanut butter with jelly, but peanut butter with granola, or peanut butter with green apples. You can have peanut butter with a variety of different things, right? So I think that somebody's finally learning how to clean up that, yes, you can have self-control and be sexy. Yes, you can be beautiful and intelligent. Yes, you can have confidence in yourself and still wrestle with moments of low self-esteem. You can say that I expect X, Y, and Z and then have secret tendencies. So I'm talking to somebody who's cleaning up the idea that they must be this or they must be that, but that sometimes you can be both. That would be coming into harmony with your dark and light attributes. I think that's honestly what makes Lilith very powerful. Okay, 2 cards fell out. Hold on. The first is Jupiter expansion. Okay, so you're cleaning up your self-limiting beliefs. You're now more open-minded, maybe, maybe not. And or you see things differently, right? Jupiter is also affiliated with Sagittarius. So we're talking about higher self. It's like you understand suddenly that you want to be involved with your higher self. You want to trust the feeling that says that, hey, my peanut butter doesn't just have to go with jelly, limited beliefs. It could go with all these other things too, as long as it's pleasant and it gives something to me. And if you think about it, peanut butter and jelly is one thing, whatever the nutritional value content is for there, but peanut butter with fresh cut apples is something different, especially if it's organic peanut butter, right? It all depends on how you expand your worldview. It all depends on what you are starting and beginning to accept into your aura. Like, what do you think is best for you? Also, there's an element of luck attached to this, right? So you seem to have a lot of luck in being that person who went from not understanding what it meant for people to be intimidated by your beauty, I mean, if that's what you're struggling with here, or your intellect, and or even your sense of well-being, right? I don't know you, I don't know your life, so it could be anything really, but at the end of the day, it's like you finally recognize that by you being rejected, more often than not, it allowed you to be accepted, right? Like, where am I getting that from? I'm getting that from Lilith, right? In order to be a force, you have to have self-confidence. You have to have belief in yourself, right? There's faith, there's wisdom, and there's courage, right? It's you standing in your full power. No questions asked and none will be addressed if presented, right? I don't know you, I don't know your life, but you funny. And then there's Eris. It's like knowing that you have a past, that you've had dark thoughts, dark feelings that you've had to work through. And now that you look so happy-go-lucky on the other side of that, which is Jupiter, it's because you took the time to learn. What does my higher self need? How can I stay out of these low vibrational moments, out of this low vibrational energy, these moves that do not serve me? How do I find a way to get myself on the other side of prosperity, where my thoughts actually fuel me, where my behaviors actually hype me, where I'm not confused because either it is or it isn't, but I'm not compromising on what I'm standing firm on this go round. Because this makes sense, right? That's what it means to be able to expand your consciousness, to be open-minded. And perhaps for some of you, that's a growth mindset. It's Jupiter. It should be. But some of you are learning that you still wrestle with your limiting beliefs because your confidence is wavering. But once you fully step into this Lilith energy, it's like other people see the powerful force that you are. You just have to step into the energy completely. No doubt, no shame, no limitations, just full-on expansion. I think it's a beautiful thing. Hold on. There was another card that fell and I need to get it. Ouch. Gemini. Okay. Communication. All right, communication, the love of communication. Major Arcana, the Lovers. Okay, so some of you, for a long time, I don't know you, I don't know your life, right? But I said a lot of that other stuff earlier for a specific reason. It seems that here's the story. At the center of this reading is Gemini, which is the Lovers and the Major Arcana, but really Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about communication. You know, Mercury is an element. You have too much of it, it can make you fucking sick. You don't have enough of it, you might crave it because you need it, right? It has healthy benefits. So some of you at some point wanted these relationships, partnerships, and then you got to a point where you realize, I really got to focus on loving me. I really got to focus on providing for me. I really got to focus on communicating with me about what it is that I want and what it is that I need, right? That's that Lilith energy, right? That's also expansion. How do I grow the fuck up? With Jupiter and Eris is I'm cleaning up my childish ways. I don't have time to be jumping in and out of relationships if I don't even understand where I'm going just yet, right? So some of you are having these talks with yourself daily. I think that's dope. So with that, that means that there's some mirroring going on. Maybe you are reflecting back to others that there's certain behaviors, characteristics that they present to you that probably awakens the Lilith in you that goes, girl, I ain't finna put up with this shit. Boy, this mofo tripping, right? I don't know you, I don't know your life. But then there's also like, let's clean it up, right? Like, yes, there's certain things and certain people, whatever you're doing, that you're just like, oh, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But then you're starting to be more self-aware that like you yourself have your own traits that you probably have to clean up. And so there's a little bit of mirroring because it's like, yes, it bothers me with this person because I place these expectations. Maybe that's a limitation for that individual because how does that actually grow me? I don't know you, I don't know your life. Silky, what is wrong? Okay, solar eclipse. This is about highlighting some underlying emotional challenges, right? The things that seems to be so hidden from the surface that suddenly present themselves, right? Like, oh shit, do I really have X, Y, and Z? Do I really want these things? Why would I expect it of another person when I can't even give it to me? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know your life, okay? I just read cards and I tell you things, and maybe it resonates and maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But this is somebody who's really just working on some of their darker emotions. Again, it's like your bouts of negativity, you're wrestling with criticism, you recognizing that maybe you don't enjoy being around people who have such homophobic, harsh judgments, and etc., etc. But it's almost like those things weren't very clear to you in the beginning. It was like you have this energy that just copy, cuts, and pastes. And now you're more discerning that that's not my energy, but I don't like the way that that is rubbing me. And I now know that there's something that gets triggered easily. But I needed to have this interaction with this person. I needed to go dating, right? Dating others, dating self, meeting souls, reflecting back to self. What does any of this mean, right? That's a sounds like powerfully humbling space to be in. Okay, we got Hygeia, more cleaning it up. Some of you are just cleaning up some of you if you're being honest with yourself, you're recognizing some of your addictions. You're recognizing like your addiction to want to be attached to somebody but want your independence. Wanting to do the give and the take, and recognizing that, damn, if I don't focus on me, I can't get to the next level. And if I get with this person, I will be giving away so much of me again. Some of you have not learned your lesson in communications around love and the give and take. It's almost like this person gives enough, but how much does it require them to take of you? Because you've already lost yourself before. So do you want to go through that again? Remember, this is about you standing firm in your power. Lilith energy, right? Which is Eris, like some powerful changes in behavior. And Jupiter, I mean, if you want to expand, if you want to catch a blessing, that's what we're addressing. And at the center, that's that Gemini Mercury energy. Like, in what way has the last few interactions mirrored back some of your own tendencies? Then we've got that solar eclipse, right? Something about your emotional state being highlighted for you, right? Like, we're talking about mood stability, but do you need to be with people who are counterproductive? Yes, you may have a day full of activities, but what are you doing for you? Or what are you doing to meet their needs? Now, this goes back to what I was talking about, peanut butter and jelly. Like, do you people have it, or is it a unique combination? Are you always peanut butter and this person has the ability to adapt and become not just jelly, but granola, apple, etc.? Because if that's the thing, that means you're always putting yourself in sticky situations, and maybe you're looking for more healthy adaptations at this moment. I don't know why everything sounds like a poem and it's rhyming right now, but I'm just going to keep going with it. What does that give me? Oh, that gives me all 6 cards. Okay. Now I got to just pull the selfies. That's interesting. It's like somebody's growing up. It's like a, I like it. It's like wisdom. It's like wisdom. Oh shit, first thing that threw itself over here was got building blocks. Dreams require assembly. If we play like this tape, then that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? You trying to build a second self, this idea of like this newfound reality, you just got to be very mindful of how many new realities are being presented to you, right, with expansion. And in order for you to actually hone in on whatever reality you choose, you got to clean up all of some of the things that just do not serve you, that do not create the right combination of support and ascension for you, right? These things that don't communicate back to you that, hey, you are doing what is well for you, what's going to work well for you, while allowing you to continuously address parts of self that you probably would not have ever been able to. I think that's chef's kiss, bon appetit. I like that for you. whoever you are, wherever you are. All right, they see how bright you are, do you? You can't live in the dark. Again, talking about somebody who has done some really deep shadow work. And the thing is, when you do work at that type of work at such a deep level, it's almost like something is renewed about you or in you, right? You're newly fresh and you're newly focused, but whatever this energy you carry is, it's palpable, right? People can sense this thing coming off of you. Some people it scares, and some people it's like, damn, that's the truth. That's the truth. Because some people only talk to you energetically if you pay attention. What I like about this for you is it also says that people recognize the power within you. People believe in you. Maybe you don't know that. But we're still hoping that you will learn to believe in yourself, because if I say you're powerful and I see that in you, and then the next card out is Iris, it's like, why do we have to clean this up within you? What happened to make you wonder or doubt yourself and say, growth, expanding, going beyond where I'm at is not realistic? Because, you know, luck is always on your side. Truthfully, you could just speak life into existence, right? If you said it, hold yourself accountable and achieve it. It's not always going to be easy, because no one said that. Funny, the card that fell out was, if you seek, you shall find. Earn where life lessons were learned. Again, light and dark attributes, blending them. So if we're talking about earning where life lessons were learned, we're talking about somebody who I heard make an excellent therapist. Somebody who recognizes precursors to addiction because they themselves have not only experienced them, but overcome them. I also heard prodigal, right? The prodigals. It's interesting. If you don't know what prodigal means, look it up. But we're talking about the wayward kid, the person who gets not necessarily lost in the crowd, but drawn into wanting to have particular experiences, except most of those experiences dealt with the shadow side of self. So when one finally got healthy and learned boundaries and value creation, it looks different. So you can see both sides of a situation. Gemini energy at the center of this reading, mirroring something back to self. I love that. Also, hidden aspects, right? You've lived a story that allows you to be enlightened. Hygeia. So you've been cleaning up some shit. Uh-oh, what flew out? What flew out? Next is, it's the climb. It's only an obstacle if you commit to feeling that way. Again, somebody just recognizing that they don't have to dwell in low vibrations. So you got to catch a wave on that next emotional ride. It's like, yes, I felt sad for a moment, I cried, but maybe that's just healing. Yes, I do have moments of like teary-eyed, boutful weepiness, etc., etc. But am I really depressed? Or am I just more grateful? Is my heart more full? Am I starting to have memories with meaning? Am I creating something that means something for me, right? Am I being insightful because I didn't even know these things could touch me in that way, right? Like, it's almost like someone's starting to understand their personal philosophy. That is a thing. Some of you get this, some of you won't. But when you get there, you'll understand. Okay. That was it. All right, special announcement, which is not a special announcement. Okay, we have been doing the 12 days of Christmas. So today we posted the 10th day of Christmas because we went on vacation and we just didn't work on vacation because we had to learn how not to. We're giving away 5 slots for Heal the Ages. Heal the Ages is a really phenomenal program if you're looking to change, but in partnership with Dark Beauty, you can contact me. And I'm giving away 5 slots, which means you'll be in a group. Monday evenings, it's 6 sessions total. You'll get to work with me. I will be your primary counselor in that moment. and we will work through some psychosocial stages of development. If you're not familiar with psychodynamic therapies, I think this will be interesting for you. But the application will go live mid-January. We will start doing interviews in February, and the program begins in March. It's only on Monday evenings, so I will not be adapting my schedule to you. You will either get selected or you won't. Every individual is required to go through an interview because you will be with other individuals, and I do have the duty to do no harm. So I want to make sure that it's people you will get along with. But it has been my experience that it will transform you. And I am grateful for that. I appreciate all the people who gave me honest feedback. So it's covered. You don't have to worry about the cost of anything. And actually, you end up getting swag from us towards the end. It's only 6 sessions. It's Monday evenings. It's 1 hour. Again, the applications will go live mid-January. Interviews will begin in February. Participants will be notified a week before the program begins, and it will be in March. It's only 6 weeks, every Monday evening. Hopefully you'll join us. Okay, getting to the other part now. Thank you for letting me have that. All details also are listed on our Instagram or Facebook account, which is just it's actually a significant extension of our website. We know some of you found us through TikTok, but we try to be dynamic and have a little bit of something different on each social media platform. It does make a difference. So not every therapist is a healer. Not every healer is a clinician, and not every clinician will minister to your soul. You could book your session at tactful.co, and Heal the Ages applications will come out January 1st. Actually, it'll be mid-January, but I'll be done editing and then having it proofed and et cetera, and available to you by mid-January. I look forward to working with you. I do know that we're probably going to get, I keep hearing 25 people, but we're only selecting 5 people. I only got time for 5 people. I do got a lot going on. Not in a negative way. I just literally have a lot going on. I got 2 classes to teach. I got coachees. Like, I have a lot going on. So whoever you are, wherever you are, I do hope that you apply and take advantage of it. It's a really good program. Think of it as a recovery model, but really for self-resurrection. If you've been struggling with some unique challenges, not only are we going to help you identify them, we're going to give you the technique so that you'll be able to do the self-directed care that's necessary and understand how to seek out the resources in your community and then move forward from there. I've seen people go on to do amazing things, so I know that's possible for you too. But we got to get the right 5 people in this group. All right, enjoy your evening.